Hello, my glorious, magical, mythical babies. We are here for day 2 of the Manifest Clients in 2019 challenge. It's my catchy title for this. I'm going to wait for you guys to hop on so you don't miss any crucial content. When you get here, just give me a hello so I can acknowledge your presence. But in the meantime, while I wait for you guys, I have my Ilara earrings on from Luna Lifted Company, and I freaking love them. I think they're so pretty, and the woman that owns the company is just so fabulous. Hello, everybody. Say hi, say what's up. I see you. I'm also wearing my favorite birthday gift that I got. It's Scorpio lip gloss. It's purple with blue sparkles, and what could be more Scorpio than that? So, all right, we've got some peeps on. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's do it. I love the energy. Bring it. How is everyone feeling after yesterday? I know I posted something in the group, but you guys feeling a little more clear? Did the challenge make sense to you? Did you get stuck? Do you have frustrations? I want to hear some feedback because all of your feedback always helps me to refine my challenges going forward. So if you guys have anything that you want to say about it, if you're feeling great, if you're not feeling great, let me know. Hello, everybody. Cool. All right. I always get antsy and I want to just go in and start, but I feel like I should wait longer. It's just about 2 minutes in. We could start, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. All right, let me pull up my notes. So, leading off from day 1. So, if you guys are feeling any type of way about day 1, if you're feeling great, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling any type of way at all, the rest of this challenge will help you even more, get clearer, or just kind of bring up some things that need more attention. So either way, whatever you're feeling, know that it's important and should be acknowledged, and it's not the end of the world. You know, the point of this is to not take it super seriously, because when we put too much pressure on perfectionism, we tend to miss the big picture. And that's not what I want to teach you guys. I want to lead you towards a big, vast, Sagittarian, like, expansive view. But let's reflect a bit on day 1. So I saw a lot of people talking about how getting specific or niching down terrifies them, scares them, because they think that they're going to exclude a lot of people that could potentially purchase from them. And again, I just want to reiterate, let's not use money in this challenge. We're going to use what it allows us. So, you know, if it allows us the ability to teach more people, or the ability to gain freedom from the client base, whatever that is, remember that that's the important thing that I want you to put at the forefront of this challenge. So again, niching down is scary because it limits the amount of people that we can help, right? No. So here's the thing. If you energetically think of how much you can help this one very specific archetype, you create a ripple effect that becomes this magnetic field that sends out to anyone that can relate to any bit of that story. So remember when we were talking about the girl in the pink dress in New York City because she wants to feel very bubbly, she needs more self-love, the buildings make her feel unstoppable. Yeah, that's a really specific person, but how many of you guys can relate to her? Even if it's just a portion of her story. So niching down isn't scary. Niching down is helping you really refine everything, and then you can push it out to more people. That makes sense. But here, let me just go down here really quick. Cool. I put my notes over the comments because I get very distracted. All right, so since we're talking about fears, since we are on the topic, that is what we are going to be discussing in day 2. It's my favorite. I love doing shadow work. I'm a Scorpio, I'm a triple Scorpio, and I love getting deep down into the shadow because I think that's where all the juicy goodness lies. That's where you can relate to people. That's where you can shine the most. because you have so much shadow. So today we're going to talk about breaking down your blocks, getting really honest with yourself, and then using that to reach more people. So just to say, because I see this a lot in my industry, you're not your fears. Okay, other coaches will tell you that like the reason you're not gaining clients is because of some cosmic bullshit, repressed fear, and that's why you're not succeeding, and that you need to go super, super deep down. It's like some repressed, crazy like memory from when you were in 3rd grade, and that's the reason why you're not succeeding. And that's fucking wrong. It's bullshit. It's absolutely not it at all. Have you guys ever heard of the term fake it till you make it? Like, you see so many people that succeed on that. And, you know, I'm not going to try to push the faking it, but I am going to tell you a little bit about my philosophy behind this. So it's your surface level fears that are coming through your energy and through your messaging and through your discovery calls. That's what's hindering you. It's your surface level shit. And yes, that does have roots way back, way back. But some of us don't have time to dig that deep. Sometimes we just want to start converting clients now. And you can start surface and hinge your way back, because healing can be regressive. You can actually heal that surface shit first and then go way back. In fact, it's easier to do it that way because it's like peeling back the layers of an onion. So don't think that you have to stop everything and not do anything and not work on your business because you have like, you know, PTSD from 1,000 years ago. You can still succeed no matter, you're not your fears. So that's what this day is all about. So for example, when I first started doing videos like this live one, I was shaky and nervous and not sure of myself. And so what I would attract is really low cost buyers because I wasn't selling my I know my shit attitude, which is what people flock to now. So sales calls fell through because my vocabulary was unsure. It was like, well, if you decide. My posts even had this like weird hemming and hawing kind of verbiage attached to it. So my surface level imposter syndrome was coming through in all of that messaging. Sorry, just got a text. Moving on. So, sorry, this is what happens when you do live videos. But see, now I can just go right through it. So anyways, my surface level imposter syndrome was coming through in weird messaging ways, and people could feel that, they could sense it. And you don't have to be an empath to do that. You can see when someone's sure of themselves and you want to invest in them versus someone that's like, and is that the person you want to pay a lot of, you know, invest a lot of energy into, that you want to provide freedom to, that you want to allow their expertise into your life? Not necessarily. You know, maybe you're in that energetic state right now where you do want to invest in that person because you're feeling that way. But if you want these high level energy clients, you gotta exude this, I'm the shit, I know what I'm doing, my value will transcend. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of fear. We're gonna talk about like what that means around your business, okay? So in terms of business, I needed, Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So, what? See, I always get so distracted when I get messages. Yes, okay. So for business, what I needed was reprogramming. I needed to get away from my imposter syndrome. I wasn't going to do some crazy selenite cleanse with a cord cutting ritual, which those are very helpful. I'm not going to deny that. I'm a witch just like the rest of you. I think those can be very helpful. But when you put all of your stakes into doing a magical practice and then you don't do the work behind it, it's empty. You know, magic is a vehicle. Magic is the ability to go from one place to another. But you can't take a vehicle without some wheels, without some gas, without any kind of forward momentum. So that's what we're gonna work on this week. So just as a reminder, perfectly healed is not real. Focus on your goals. Heal what's needed for them. And then you're gifted the ability to go deeper when you're ready. So again, and I talk about this with my one-on-one clients, I talk about this with my bootcamp girls, being gentle with yourself is what's going to lead you to success. So heal what you need to heal right now to hit that goal, and then you can go deeper later. There's no one size fits all to this. So let's start working on breaking down these blocks. So I'm gonna ask for some audience participation for whoever is here right now, but I'm gonna ask you guys kind of a probing question. And if you don't wanna answer, you don't have to, so I'll only give a minute for this response. But what is your biggest limiting belief, if you can pinpoint it, around gaining clients? All right, let's see. Cool, people liked the first day, awesome. Excuse me, my sinuses. So again, if you can pinpoint it, your biggest limiting belief around gaining clients. My anxiety disorder. Oh, girl, can I relate? All right, so let's start with anxiety. I fully relate to this. I'm diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, and it's sometimes extremely hard to navigate. Some days are easier than others. I'm personally now using CBD oil mixed with a exercise that I'm about to teach you, and going in accordance with what I was saying before about being gentle is that you really have to be gentle with your anxiety. Now, anxiety is it's a response, the body response to something that even if your logical brain can wrap around it, it's like heart palpitations. But what I've noticed is that the more you exercise this muscle, the more you can work through it. So as far as anxiety goes, I think there needs to be a lot of unpacking as far as why you're anxious about this particular thing, whether it's like reaching out to people, sharing your story, maybe it's all of the above, and then just practicing it. I forget what the coach's name is, but she uses the 5-second rule, where you count to 5 and then you just let it out into the universe. That really works with vulnerable post sharing. It really works with reaching out to clients. And once you see, once your brain and your heart can see that it's not that bad and not that scary, it really helps to work through that. At least that's what's helped for me. I don't think that your anxiety disorder is a burden, not a burden, rather. It's not a death sentence. I have depression and anxiety, and I'm thriving. So if you need me to be living proof, I'm here. But I would just take it really gentle, step by step, day by day, and then use this exercise that I'm about to teach you. A vague product line. So if that is your limiting belief, so is it really vague? And try to ask yourself, well, what if it wasn't vague? How can you get more specific? What if you can make the product line in terms of the archetype that you listed in the previous day? I'm not worthy enough. Oh my gosh, that happens. That is like number one, I'm not worthy enough. And damn, don't we feel that, especially as women, where it's like, we've been told that we're not worthy enough all of our lives, so why wouldn't that seep in? So again, just ask yourself this question. But what if I was? How would that skew your energy? How would you approach things if you were worthy enough? And then keep practicing that until you start to believe it. So my biggest fear is that I'll never figure out the best way to reach them. So that is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm afraid of getting clients because I don't know where to find them. It's like cyclical. You gotta just show up. They'll find you, and you have to have faith in that. And again, what if it wasn't that hard? What if they just found you? Shift that energy, put out all of your work. If you know that you're the shit, put it out, people will find it. Where is it? So Ashley, specifically for you, because of your generalized anxiety, if you think there's a lot more to it, I highly recommend talking to a therapist. My therapist has helped me so much. If you're interested, you can DM me later and I can get you a free week of therapy if that's something you want. Just let me know. But I think also people with anxiety, especially, I'll just say this is true for myself. When I try to probe into my anxiety more and I try to put more pressure on my anxiety instead of just letting it exist, then I start creating fabrications around my anxiety, and then it becomes more. So again, self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like there's more to it, so it's bigger, it's bigger. If you just say, I'm a person with anxiety and this is making me anxious, and let it be, you start becoming different. It starts becoming just a thing you have to tackle rather than this huge black hole that you can never navigate out of. Cool. Awesome. All right, so now that we've gone through those a little bit, thank you guys for sharing. I want to show you guys a little bit about my favorite exercise ever. Those of you that have worked with me in previous realms, you know this by heart already, but I'm going to go through it for the noobs. I'm going to teach you about EFT. It's tapping. So this is a simple recipe. It is mixing acupressure with affirmations in order to alleviate a lot of the anxiety around you. But for the people that have seen me do this before, I have a new way of approaching it. So I'll give you the original really quick. You start with your karate chop. You go top of head, inside eye, under nose, shin, breastbone, underarm. And you tap with about 2 or 3 fingers, about 3 to 5 times, kind of loosely, just like you're tapping someone on the shoulder. It can be either hand, it can be the general area, so it doesn't have to be super specific. But what you're going to do when you do that is you're going to say, even though blank, I deeply and completely appreciate and love myself. So you start, even though I have general anxiety and I feel like it's big and too much to handle, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that's 1 round of tapping. So using that, and so you'll start to see a shift. And I'm going to give that to you as an assignment. I'm not going to do a group tapping together because I know most of you have seen it. But I will give you an assignment that has to do with it. And it's a little bit different. So lately what I've been doing and what my therapist has helped me work through is taking my limiting beliefs, taking my fears, taking those things that big scary monster in your head says to you and turning them into positives, turning them into affirmations. Now, I actually saw Gala Darling post something similar that she wrote about in her book, which is really sweet because I think it's such a helpful tool, and I think with our communal reach can help so many people. So I'm going to give you the exercise that she put in her book. I think it's Radical Radiance. I'm not sure. But you're going to take your top 5 limiting beliefs, then you're going to turn them into affirmations, and then you're going to use this tapping recipe to set them in. So for example, let's use let's use I'm not worthy enough. I like that. So instead of I'm not worthy enough, how can we create an affirmation out of that? Say, maybe even though I don't feel worthy of blank, or worthy of, I don't know, maybe all of the clients in the world. Maybe, okay, I'm coming up with this on the spot. So even though I don't feel like I'm fully worthy of reaching my goals, I know that I am worthy of existing and being loved. You know, see, and take baby steps towards them. You know, if you're not feeling worthy, just try to tiptoe towards that. It doesn't have to be this big moving mountains experience where you're like, you know, I am worthy, fuck it. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you're not there yet. And if you don't believe it, then it's really not going to work. So I want you to kind of take baby steps. All of this stuff takes time, and really tiptoe towards that big affirmation. So you say, Jesus, what popular lady today. So you say, even though I'm not feeling worthy yet, I know that I am worthy of appreciation and love that this world has to offer. Boom, 1 round. Now, for each of the 5 limiting beliefs that you're going to turn into affirmations, I want you to do between 3 to 5 rounds. Maybe pick your top 1 to start. I don't expect you to get this done in a day. But this is going to be a good jumping off point. And even better, when those thoughts start to come up, combat them with the affirmations that you got. You know, big scary monster voice comes in here, and then you have your voice to come in and say, hey, but wait. And that's all it is. No, I don't care who you're looking up to on Instagram or whatever, or in all psychology or success or anything it is combating a voice. And if you can make your voice a little bit louder, stand a little bit taller, and cheerlead for you, then you're conquering the shit out of this. Then you're successful. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope that you enjoyed. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to stick around for a minute, see if you have any questions. If you guys want a longer tapping tutorial, I can also put that in the link. It'll show you a little bit more, a deeper kind of viewing into tapping. I just didn't want this video to go on too long. I know most of you are at work. But if you're feeling good, if you're feeling ready, if you're like, you know, feeling overwhelmed, whatever it is, let me know. Oh, someone asked, will I be doing more cheaper readings on Instagram soon? No, I won't. Transcendence Tuesday is the only way that you're going to be able to get free readings from me, and I'm actually going to be closing my books indefinitely, so sorry. Aw, Anna, thank you. All right, well, I think we're good, I hope. I don't want to cut anyone off. But as I said, for those of you watching the replay, I will always come back, check in on the comments, be able to discuss with you, because I know it's a random time of day. But as always, thank you for coming and joining me. You are loved. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult deep dive day, but you can do it, and you're going to be better for it. So hearts to you, and I will see you tomorrow.